Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel everybody. So woo-hoo-hoo. I just designed another card. I am so happy. I love being out here, guys. I just love it. This one hopefully shouldn't take too long. I almost forgot that I needed. All right, so this is Paper Pumpkin Alternative Video number 7 for November 2023's Paper Pumpkin Kit. Now, what did I do with the instruction thing? So this is what you could make. And honestly, I know I do this. It looks like the house is this big, but it's not. It's like this big. It's great. So I'm not going to go into anything else about it except that the QR codes here for different projects. It gives you a visual of everything you get in the kit. And this is something that's in every single kit. I only wish that Stampin' Up! Would add those flyers for the next month's kit, because that's an advertisement that you get to see a little sneak peek of what next month's kit is, and also the coordinating colors. So if you're here to see how to make those little boxes, this is not it. I'm sorry. I like to do my own thing. It's a creative challenge for me. It's so rewarding to do something totally my own. I will give you a little heads up. I don't watch any Paper Pumpkin videos out there on YouTube, and I have a lot of I love to watch paper pumpkin videos. I love to watch other YouTube videos on paper crafting, but I don't watch those until after I am done with mine, because what I create, I want you to know it's mine. Now, if there is a different video that I have watched, I like to give credit to those that inspired me to create that particular card fold. I do that. Doesn't mean that something I create now isn't inspired by something I have seen. It just means that what I am creating is my own idea. So let's go over what you need. I hope that makes sense. So let's show you the project. I might be doing not as many videos because I am doing samples for this, which I normally don't do. So this is our lovely envelope, and yes, this was one of the October 2023's kits envelopes, as I had an extra box. I ordered 2 because they said that it coordinated with November's kit. So I held a whole box. I didn't open it. I didn't use it when I did October's videos, but I'm using it now with this one. So if you don't have any of these, just use a white envelope or do a clear envelope. I stamped "with love" and "special delivery," and of course my little I don't know where my cottage, there it is. I keep it out because if I put it on the shelf, I may not get the stamp. This little holly has been the best from the cottage wreath. So that's my envelope. Now, my little card. It is a cute little tent card. Now, I did this a different way. What originally was supposed to be like a box card, but it didn't stand up the way I wanted to. So it kind of mimics our tent fold, but it has a great big spot back here that you can write on. You don't have to stamp all of what I did, but it is a darling. And I finally got to use those gold snowflakes, which you guys know I've struggled with. I think this came out really, really cute. So this is what we're going to use. Now I'm going to tell you, the paper I'm using is a very lightweight printer cardstock paper because it is so thick. I don't want it, if I use really thick cardstock, it's gonna, like, this is kind of unwielding, okay? I didn't want it to get super, super heavy there. So that is why. But it is sturdy. It stands up nicely. I would not change the way I did this. So heads up, just so you go there. So to know that, I mean, it does feel really flimsy, but when it's stacked together, it's sturdy, but it's purposely like not thick, basic white cardstock. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. You're going to need to cut 2 of these. And both are scored at 4 1/4, at 5, and 5 3/4. I'm not cutting anything extra off of these. I like the support that it gives the card, and we're going to score both of those together. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. Next, I'm going to give you options. Next, I am using 1/2. I'm going to use this front piece of this landscape card base from October 2023's Paper Pumpkin Kit. If you do not have this, use a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of Night of Navy. Do not worry about these trees. You do not barely see them on this card. They are basically covered up. I was just using it for the Night of Navy, and because I have the card base and I want to use it up. I do not want to hoard my card supplies. So let's just cut this off right there. This I'm going to keep in my white scrap bin. So that looks good. All right. Next we have 1/2. I shouldn't have put that away. All right, so here is my 1/2 of a blue house, and I should have 1/2 of the roof. Oh, my dies just went flying here. All righty, so this is our blue treat box, right? So this is the bottom. I purposely didn't cut that off yet. This is the front, this is the back, but you can't tell. Okay, so we are going to use this on our card. We're not going to let that go to waste. We're going to use this, but we need to cut off the bottom. So let's do so now. Reach in here. Grab that guillotine again. So when I said 1/2 of the blue house, this is what I'm talking about. So we're going to grab this. Cut off that bit of blue. Set that over there. All right. That looks good and straight. When I cut the first piece, it was not straight. It bothered me. Like I said, we're going to keep this piece. I have an idea for it. We're going to use it on this card. 1/2 of the blue house from November 23's Paper Pumpkin Kit. 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 of white. That's here, and it was punched with this simple little corner punch. And 3 3/4 by 5 old olive punch with the same little corner punch. And then we will need 3 small wreaths for this one. In fact, let's just get them glued on. You know what? Let's do dimensionals. Let's do minis for this one, since I am going to be using dimensionals on other things. So I think that is a bad idea, Alice. Let's just stick it on the back of the wreath. Because it, oh my goodness, this little dimensional does not want to be cooperative at all. It has a mind of its own, and it's not. Okay, so that, you know what? I think we're just going to do 2. We are not going to put one there. I'm going to put this back in its bag, and if I don't put it directly in the bag, it will get lost. I don't want one on the door. At first you think you did, but no. Don't want one on the door. I like the yellow peeking through. The window's just too small to get covered up with the wreath. It would just cover the whole window. So there, we got that done. We're going to set that aside now. All right, 3 small wreaths has been marked down to 2. X and do 2. 2 by 3 tree die cut. This is optional. You guys saw me. Miss Phyllis sent me these dies, and I really like this. So I'm going to go ahead and take my tree. It has this tiny little stem here, which needs to come off. Kind of funny that is. And then I'm going to turn it this way, and I am simply going to cut this in half. And that's all I need is the one. I have extras over here if I need them, but so far I've only needed the one. It's cut in half, and it's 2 by 3. Any tree die cut would work. 2 trees from the October Paper Pumpkin Kit. If you do not have these, a little tree that is a 1x2 and a 1x1 1/4 would work. So there's those two. And then I have these little strips that are glimmer strips that are from the trash bit from the October 2022 paper pumpkin kit. Any little strips of shimmery white glimmer, silver glimmer would work. So let's get started. We are going to let's do our stamping first. This may surprise you, but on our little house roof, the extra bit we have, we're going to stamp "'Tis the Season" up in this corner. Not with love, 'tis the season. Kind of a little different. Just needed a little sentiment for the front. That's all for that. Let's stamp the envelope. And we're going to stamp "Special Delivery" and "With Love." Special Delivery first at the bottom, so we can then center "With Love" right there. And then bring in the old olive. And we're going to put a little holly and a little holly there. Envelope, check. Let's set that up there. Let's go ahead and get stamping on our white. And I combined the two. "Warm Wishes from Our Home to Yours." There's one. And "Celebrate the Wonder and Joy." This is October's sentiments in its paper pumpkin kit. I'm going to close this up because I've inked myself up so many times. And then the little holly has a little nook right there, a little nook right there, and our stamping is complete. So we can glue this piece now to our old olive. And that corner punch just gives us a little added interest on the back of this. All right, so that's complete. Our house is ready. This piece is not ready, so let's go ahead and glue our two halves of our tree to our card. All right, here we go. All the way down in the corners and all the way to the edge, but like I said, we only need half of it. So you're not wasting any. You just are putting it where it's going to be needed, if it needs to be. If you don't have a tree die, don't bother putting it there. It's going to be fine. It's a unique little design of a card, in my opinion. I'm anxious to hear what you all think. I love hearing what you guys think, actually. It's something that I love, waking up in the morning and seeing if there's any comments. Excuse me, I need a sip. My throat is very, very dry. And the heater is going because it's so cold. And getting colder. All right, so there's that. Do we do the house? No, we're going to save the house. Now we're going to get out. We're going to set that aside and bring in our trimmer. Open that arm up if I get it going the right way here. Let's put the little lid on my little glue bottle. It's probably why I get all my goobers. So, cutting blade we don't need because we've already cut our cardstock in half. We have the two halves cut 5 1/2. It's a, okay, so 5 1/2, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Now we're going to open it up, and I'm going to second guess myself here for a minute. So I'm going to look again. Just to make sure I got it. That's the wrong notebook. It does not help when you have the wrong notebook. Let's put the right one here. So 4 1/4. Right there. That would be like you're making a regular card base. 4 1/4. That's kind of how this came about. 4 1/4. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to go over 3/4 of an inch. We're making that little gusset. 1, 2, and 3. And 3/4 of an inch again to make it equal. 1, 2, and 3. And this is that extra bit I told you about that I am not cutting down. So there's one. Now we need to repeat this. So we have our half a sheet of cardstock. We're scoring just like we would for a regular card base. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going over 3/4 of an inch, right? So that brings us to 5 for our gusset. 1, 2, and 3. And we need to repeat that to make it even. That brings it to 5 3/4. 1, 2, and 3. And this is just for the support of the card. That's why we're not cutting it off. That's all there is to that. I can put my notebook down. I really didn't need it after all. So one of these is the front and one is the back. So all I'm going to do is fold up. Then I'm going to fold back towards me. And then fold back up. And these should line up. You see the gusset we made? Okay, now we're going to do that again. So fold up. Did I fold? Let's start here. Fold up. Fold back. And then fold up again. Let me show you my original idea. My original idea was to have these go this way and open up for a type of box card. However, it really did not work out. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I can make a really cool, very, very supportive tent card. And that's what I decided to do. So now we're going to glue these two halves together. So just depends on which way you want it. Once you glue it together, you can decide which is your front and which is your back. I'm going to start with this one. So I have this shorter side facing towards me down here. This shorter side is, this lip is facing away here. I'm going to glue just like this. No Xing, just a whole bunch of scribbly scribbles. I'm going to take it. Open my card base, this one up. Bring this up. And I am going to marry these two together. And the glue is going to give us the wiggle room. I'm going to open it up. You see how it doesn't go all the way there? That's what we want. We don't want it to go all the way down. This is just extra support. Now, this one, we are going to lay flat. Give us some glue. We're going to do the same. Scribble, scribble. You want nice adhere to this. We're going to bring this one up. Don't try to just fold it over on that. That did not work for me. And yes, I did try, but that did not work. So now I'm going to bring it together again. I mean, maybe I'll try another version. I don't know. I've got to figure that one out. It just wouldn't. I wanted a card that would collapse. So now I'm going to squish it down, right? Because now it folds. It's collapsible, and that's what I wanted. I wanted it to still be able to go in an envelope. So now we have this, which, I mean, that would work. I mean, I could work with something like that, but it's really cute being a tent. It just, the way the card is, it's really cute. So it doesn't matter which is the front and the back, as it is completely equal all the way around. So it's up to you. to decide which is your front and which is your back. I'm going to go with, this has that little lip here, you can see right here. I'm going to choose this as being, I'm going to add a little bit, no I'm not, because I don't want it seeping out. This is going to be my bottom, and I say my bottom. I am going to start, and I'm going to add this piece on it. And like I said, if you do not have this particular part of the add-on, or I mean the October, see another goober in my glue bottle, because I am getting down to the last. You're gonna see it right here. It's a massive yuckies. Do not drop on me. Tissue paper. Do not drop on me. Getting to the end of the glue, and then I'm going to soak this in hot soapy water, but I want to get as much of my glue out of it as possible. Then I will fill it up all over again, but it needs a good soaking. It hasn't been soaked in probably a year. So big X. Do I have another one? No. Dot, dot, dot. That should do it. Now I'm simply going to put this on it, stand it up so it gets all the way to the bottom. It does its little wiggly wiggle thing. Scoot back over there. Do not go too far, which it just did. Okay. Rub the magic, right? Okay. Now here's our little house, and we're gonna stick it all the way down at the bottom. I think we're gonna cover up that moon this time. That kind of bothered me. So I'm gonna glue it directly down. Yes, we're not putting this on dimensionals. We have dimensionals here, and we're gonna have some more dimensionals on it in a minute. Yes. Big X, dot, 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 dot. So I just want it to cover. I love liquid glue. So forgiving. All right. So there's our house. Now these little glimmer bits are going to be a kind of snowbank. Do you see what I'm doing here? So easy. No big deal, right? So, and these were just cut from the trash pit. So I'm going to add some glue here. First of all. Then I'm going to add glue down here. Don't ask me why I do it this way. I just do. Just kind of how I roll. Now I have to butt these up together, and they do kind of go in it. It's so shimmery shiny, you really don't even notice it. Right to there. And it does add that little bit of sparkle to this card. And this one, I'm going to tuck up right underneath it and then cut it off like so. And a little tree is going to go here, so you will not notice that it's not connected. So then I'm going to take it this way, pop that off. Now these, I'm keeping these, guys, and I'm even keeping this little bit because I might end up using those. Look at how sparkly that is. Now, my little trees here, I decided this one is coming over here and this little one is here. Now, if you do not have these and you have a little tree die, let me show you. Look at that. That will work just as well. It does not have to be these, okay? And like I said, you could do just Night of Navy here, and if you do the tree lies, you don't need to do any white, just Night of Navy in the background. I'm just using up what I have. So I'm going to take two of these, and I'm going to place one right here, and then I'm going to place another one right on top of it. for this tree because it's taller. I'm not going to do any more than that. I want to make sure though it's right. Oh, I guess it really could use a third one. I wonder if that one really needs it. So that one could have used, or I could have spaced it out better. There's that one. The wee little one needs two. So there's one. Let's see, one. And I guess I could space it. I was just trying to be really cautious not to get like too much space in between them. And this one right there. Oh, love it. But we're not done. We have the roof. Yes, the roof is going on dimensionals. It is, it is, it is, it is. And let's go ahead and use these edge pieces up. So this roof is just going to match this one. So we can set this within. I'm just going to set a bit there. And this one here. And that's all she needs. Look. Look at all that dimension. Sorry, I hit the camera stand. I love it. Love it. All right, where are my snowflakes? I said I had a use for them, and I do. I found a use for the snowflakes. So one big gold one. At least the gold ones I found a use for. One little gold medium. And one little one right there. I am so happy with this. And of course I didn't get to Wing Castilla the other one, if I can even find it in my little dish here. But let's rectify that now. And I have another little doorknob, which is just gonna make this that much better. I need to get my Sharpie out again. There's my little doorknob. Love it. And what else? Oh, my black stars. I didn't get these on my sample, but I want them in my night sky. That could have been a doorknob too. Where's the little ones? So, glue, we don't need you anymore. So what do you guys think? I am so excited to hear what you guys think of this cute little card. And I want to put one there. And I think we'll do one here. I think maybe, I think just like that. I don't think it needs any more than that. I absolutely love it. Oh, love it. But we do need to add a little bit of that glitter glue. Why not? If I can, where did I lose it? Did I put it in the dish? Oh, come on. Oh, it's hiding. It's hiding on me. Okay, so we want a big dab of glitter glue. I want a big dab on the center there. And I'm going to put a dab there. Because let's see what that looks like when it dries. Hopefully. And then we're going to try to dab all these silly little light strings that are like, you have to really pick this thing up or it just goes like hot glue. It gets stringy. But that doesn't look too bad. That's not too bad. Sometimes I just dot it along the line and who cares if it makes it on the right dots. Wow. Oh, we got more little things back here, I guess. This is where I just do that because I'm like over it. So that is the front. Oh, I gotta show you how we close the sucker up. So all I did is I took glue, and don't tell me, of course I do. We need something in here for the moment to hold it from getting away from me. Really, really, really. And another one. I'm about ready to say forget. Look at that. I think I've learned my lesson. Do not fill up 3 and 4 of these bottles and let them sit. Fill up one at a time, and Alice, or your glue gets dried up. So I want lots of glue in here. You can use tear tape. Like I said, I would like to get as much glue out of my bottle as I can. But now you're going to pinch this closed. And I went ahead and I took some clips. There's one. These little clips you can get at the dollar store in the craft section. My daughter got them for me. There's the other one. There's 3 of them. Okay. And there you go. Now, this one, of course, is just going to take a minute. But let's look at... Oh, we got to get the back on there. Well, let's just let it pinch itself, and let me show you just how cute this thing stands up. This one still needs its glitter and glue, but look, 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 look. It stands up. It is so sturdy. I mean, this is well made. That is a well made, very good card, and it folds flat. It goes in the envelope. Let me turn it this way because it's easier to put it in with the die cuts. Yes. Great. Love that it folds it flat, that it pops up, and I just love it. So let's see. That should probably do it. It didn't take long on the last one. Yep. Okay, so now, except that I got glitter all over the other side. So let's try to get this on there. Let's give it a minute and let me get glue on this end. Oh, what I forgot. So want lots of glue. We don't want it to go anywhere, and I want enough to shimmy it around in case. So I'm going to turn it over because I forgot to do this before I sealed it up. Silly, silly, silly me. Now I can't lay it flat. Now I'm going to probably have to take these and give it a minute. Because I had to go and put it on there. So let's give it a second. Sorry, guys. I wanted this to be really quick too, but it will look so good. You've seen the finished product, except mine has the extra roof and little pop out. Oh, do you see how cute that is? Wow. Except that, do not put the tent part together till you get this glued down, guys. Note to self, right? All right. So I am going to put the measurements in the description. I did that in the last little box thingy I made. So there she is. She's so sweet. Just lovely. So there's this one. And like I said, she folds flat. She stands up. She's a display. What a great little card. I am so happy with these cards. Stampin' Up, you do a great job. I can do so much with your products. So thank you guys, everybody, for watching. I really hope that you could stick, you know, a little something in this if you wanted to hand gift it. But this is meant to go in an envelope. It's meant to lie down, lie flat. And out of one little box, I got 2 adorable cards. that anybody would love to receive. So thanks everybody for watching, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye for now.